Dear members of the forum, dear legislators, officials, scholars, and industry representatives, thank you for all the work you do to support animal welfare. For 6 years, I lived in Australia, where I worked as a veterinary nurse in an animal hospital. I volunteered at a wildlife rescue organization to ensure the wildlife rescue treatment and rehabilitation so they could be returned to wild. I have spent the last 7 years advocating for animal rights in the Israeli parliament. All animals deserve to be respected and honored. I believe that we as humans have a moral obligation to take care of animals, to prevent cruelty and abuse, and be compassionate towards them. Animal welfare legislation is critical for ensuring animal freedom and care, protecting our environment, advancing our economy, and ensuring a healthier and a more progressive future for our children. During my time as chairman of the Educational Committee here in the Knesset, I had the honor of promoting multiple legislations and discussions in order to stop animal cruelty. For example, I passed legislation banning the use of small poultry cages. In Israel, approximately 10 million chickens are kept in the egg industry. Over 90% of them are kept inside dense and dirty cages the size of an A4 sheet. In cage farms, hens are confined to a very small space, which inhibit their ability to express their natural behavior and restrict their ability to have social interaction with other hens. In this cage, they are injured on a daily basis, and the legislation that I passed will forbid the small cages practice, and by 2037, Israel will be cage-free completely. Passing this legislation was a political struggle. The industry does not want to see changes, and many farmers argue that they will need more space allocated to enable cage-free production. In response to this pushback, we have allowed for a lengthy transition period and are allocating funds towards providing financial support to farmers who will need to upgrade their chicken coop before the 2037 deadline. In addition to the prohibition of imprisoning chickens within confined cages, the legislation prohibits cutting off the beaks of the chickens or starving the chickens. It requires the provision of regular care and medical treatment to the chickens, as well as advance the standards for the living condition through ventilation, air conditioning, and lighting regulations. With this legislation, Israel joined 18 countries that have decided to ban the confinement of chickens in cages, a number that I hope only continues to grow. It is my goal that the progressive animal welfare regulation that Israel has passed can inspire decision makers around the world and in Taiwan to promote positive legislation to further support the animal rights cause. Thank you so much for inviting me to speak today. I am honored to be able to join you all, even from afar online. I look forward to maintaining this partnership and furthering the animal welfare cause while we work towards a better future.